everybody, what's up? It's your girl Candace and I'm back with another video. First things first, if you're new here, and if you are returning, what is up? Thank you so much for joining in with me today. I appreciate you. Okay, so today is going to be very different from any type of video I've ever done on my channel. It's going to be a cook with me video. Now, I know I'm not the best cook. I love to cook and I'm the sole person who cooks in the house. So I thought that I would make dinner tonight and kind of share with you guys what it looks like when Candace cooks. I'm not a professional at like cooking and filming and showing you guys how to cook and step by step and all the different things, but I will try my very best, okay? So on tonight's menu is going to be red wine risotto with Wagyu steak, grilled asparagus, and then for dessert, chocolate covered strawberries. Lately I've been craving chocolate covered strawberries and I thought I'd treat myself to them. So I'm actually going to start with the chocolate covered strawberries so that they can harden, and then I will move on to the main course. And hopefully it turns out good. I don't know, we'll see. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I thought I would go over the ingredients with you all first. So we just have some strawberries here with some dark chocolate melting wafers for the chocolate covered strawberries. For the red wine risotto, I have some mascarpone cheese, some parmesan, some risotto rice. I have 4 cups of chicken broth. I have some onions, I have some olive oil. If you don't have onions, you can use shallots. Shallots would actually be a little bit better in this recipe, but onions is all I have. So we're going with what we have, okay? We have some butter here. We have some rosemary, some thyme, some oregano, some fresh parsley, fresh basil. Over here, fresh parsley, fresh basil. We have salt and pepper, and then we have this red wine here, and then obviously the asparagus for the grilled asparagus. Now this wine, I decided to try this wine because I heard really good reviews on it, and it's a little sweeter wine, and that's what you're kind of looking for this recipe. You don't want anything too sweet, but you also don't want anything too bitter or too intense on the palate. So I decided to try Snoop Dogg's wine. Plus, I mean, it's Snoop Dogg, so. But yeah, any red wine that is more on the sweeter side, but not too sweet, would be perfect. I know that certain wines, I don't know if this one has it. No, it doesn't. But certain wines have like a wine scale on the back of the labels, and it'll tell you where it ranges on the very sweet to bitter, I think it is, on the other end, and it'll tell you where it ranges in between those two. So hopefully this wine is good. I'm gonna actually open it up and taste it and see what it tastes like, and if that doesn't work, I have another red wine that actually I haven't opened yet, so if I think that this isn't good, I'll use the other one. So yeah, these are all the ingredients for everything that we're going to be making tonight. Very simple. And I know that this recipe may seem intense because risotto seems intimidating, but I'm sure that it'll be good. So let's try everything out. It has Snoop Dogg on it. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, I smell like blackberries. Okay, this is good. I'm tasting like blackberries, and I mean, it doesn't really say, it really just talks about Snoop Dogg on here. It doesn't talk about the wine itself, it talks about Snoop Dogg. That's a good wine. Okay, this will do. Okay, that's a good wine. Alright, so we're going to use that for the risotto. Now I'm going to work on the strawberries. So here you guys can see I went ahead and opened the package, melted the chocolates with a little bit of oil in it, and then dipped each strawberry, add them to wax paper, and put them in the fridge. what I did here was took some room temperature butter, I smashed it down with my spoon in this bowl, and then I added some seasonings. I added parsley, basil, fresh rosemary, and thyme, as well as some garlic powder. I have this pan back here, and I'm going to use it to simmer the chicken broth because I want it to be hot and steamy, but I don't want it to be boiling. So I went ahead and added some olive oil to this pan, let that heat up very nicely, make sure the olive oil is completely coated in the pan, and then go ahead and add your onions. You want to cook them until they're translucent. You don't want to brown them or add any color, you just want translucent onions, okay? After you do that, you want to go ahead and add your risotto rice, and you want to stir it around, make sure that you're constantly stirring it. And then you want to smell for a nutty smell. Once that nutty smell is very, very intense, you want to go ahead and add half of the wine. You want to just add half of the liquid, because the point of risotto is to add a little bit of the liquid, let the rice absorb that liquid, and then add more, okay? Once your risotto looks like this with the wine fully absorbed, go ahead and scrape it. And if it looks like slow waves are crashing together, that's how you know it's time to add in some more liquid. So here I'm just seasoning the steaks. You just want to season them with salt and pepper because we're going to add that herb butter to it and really intense the flavor. So I added the other part of the wine and I seared the steak. Okay, you just want a perfectly good sear because we're going to finish cooking it in a 425-degree oven. Now that we've added the second half of the wine, you want to slowly add in chicken broth little bit by little bit. Once it absorbs the little bit of chicken broth, add some more. Now I had the steaks in the oven for about 7 minutes. They came out perfectly well done, as you see the temperature here. Then you want to add that herb butter on top, and then add some aluminum foil over it so that it keeps the heat and it melts the butter, okay? Now at this point, you want to start tasting your risotto. You want to taste it to see if it needs any more salt. You also want to taste it to make sure it's not crunchy. You want soft risotto, okay? We don't like crunchy rice. So I was tasting the risotto and it needed some salt, so I added some salt and then I added some more liquid. At this point the risotto was almost finished, so I added olive oil to the pan so that I could add the asparagus. And then at this point you want to add the mascarpone cheese, mix that in, and then also add the butter. The mascarpone cheese will cut the acidity in this and it'll also make it creamy and more flavorful. And then you want to add some seasoning to your asparagus because y'all, we don't like bland food here, okay? Grill the asparagus and then top the risotto off with some Parmesan cheese. Now y'all, look at how easy it is to cut through this steak. My mom said this steak was flavorful, it was juicy, it was buttery, it was perfectly tender. And that's what you want to do. You want to sear it first, get that beautiful sear, then bake it in the oven to get your perfect temperature. Okay, now y'all, they say that presentation is everything because we eat with our eyes, okay? So I went ahead and added the risotto to the bowl. I laid it flat, and then I'm cutting the steak diagonally so that I can lay across the top of the risotto. Add the asparagus to the side, and then boom, y'all, there is dinner, okay? This is it. This is the food. I know that the risotto looks a little gross because it just looks like purple mush, but it's actually very delicious. So yeah, that's the dinner. We're gonna go ahead and eat this, plate everybody else's up, and then I will show you guys dessert. So the strawberries were in the fridge hardening for the first time that we dipped them in the chocolate. What I did was I just melted the leftover chocolate I had, took a spoon and drizzled some cute little designs over the top. It's a super easy way to enhance the look of the strawberries. Hey guys, so that is it for today's video. Food was absolutely delicious. I stepped out of my comfort zone and I think I did really good. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. It's easy, it's simple, and it's a little bit fancy, a little bougie at home, you know. You could do this for date night, especially because Valentine's Day is coming up. Date night, or just a different recipe to cook for a weekday dinner, where you want to feel like you're a little upscale, not still eating the same things over and over again. So I encourage you all to give it a try. If you do, let me know in the comments, okay? If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up for your girl. Please comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Love you guys.
I know that we all gonna be alright. We gon' make it through if it takes us all night. No matter what the odds may bring our way, I can see the black.